Chris Martinez continues our team coverage from Tampa with how some neighborhoods are starting to see a little relief out there. Chris?
Yeah, Wendy, at least a little bit, like this stretch right here of Bayshore Boulevard, where you can see this was underwater, but tonight you can actually see the road here. But still, even with that little bit of relief, neighbors on both sides of the bay know this could be short-lived. As deep as this still might look, it really isn't that bad, at least compared to what it was.
It's a lot better.
For the first time in 2 days, Frank Grutzner has a clear view of the pavement outside his home as the fading waters in Shore Acres very slowly revealed the roads. Just hours earlier, many of those same streets were buried deep beneath Debby's flooding, enough to keep a number of neighbors prisoners in their own homes.
We came home Sunday midday, and that was it. We haven't left the house until earlier today.
Getting around was clearly much easier on the bay's big bridges as the worst of Debby seemed to pass. Strong winds and rough tides came dangerously close to the Courtney Campbell, but not enough to keep traffic here from moving again. Still, the getting back out there can be both a blessing and a curse, with traffic on some streets only pushing the floodwaters further. Tonight, St. Pete's mayor was out to tell drivers to slow down and ended up coming to one of their rescues.
Thought she could make it, and she didn't make it, so I offered to give her a ride home, and her car's in the middle of the street, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Now, while the rains have started to taper off or completely taper off in some parts, it's the tides many of these neighborhoods are going to be watching now. A high tide tomorrow morning could very easily keep some of these water levels, some of the flooding at the same point they're at now, or maybe even raise them higher. That includes parts of Bayshore Boulevard, which you can see are still shut down right now. You can bet some of these roads are going to be closed again tomorrow morning, and we'll keep you updated both on air and online at abcactionnews.com. We're live tonight in Tampa. I'm Chris Martinez. Now back to you.
Chris, thank you. Here's the latest information on the major road closures here in the Bay Area. The Sunshine Skyway Bridge remains closed tonight. FHP measured winds of 50 miles per hour at the Skyway today. The Suncoast Parkway is closed from State Road 50 to State Road 700. And as Chris just mentioned, the Courtney Campbell Causeway and the Howard Franklin Bridge are open. Troopers are closely watching the bridges as Debby moves away from the Bay Area. And our Meredith Sensulo is also keeping an eye on the status of our bridges and major roadways. She'll have the very latest on ABC Action News starting at 5 a.m. You can also follow her on Twitter at Tampa Bay Traffic for breaking traffic news.